Addictions. We all know a guy who has them. You probably do because you're living in the 21st century, okay? And let me just tell you something right now. My viewers are good, okay? We got the attention span where we can watch 20 minutes of a video and we're relatively engaged. Maybe that's you guys, maybe it's your host, you never know, okay? But I would reckon that every single one of you has an addiction, I'm gonna put addiction in quotation marks, of something, okay? And I was thinking about how I was going to make this video. I could have done it over, certain substances, and that would have been the entire video. However, I'm not addicted to those, so I can't give you something good on that. However, if we're talking about different types of addictions like gamers, okay? I think I struck a nerve, okay? The gamer with the hard R, okay? That struck a nerve with a lot of you. I'm one of you, I get the pass. Some of you guys are excessive eaters. There's no judgment here. I'm a fat boy at heart. Fappers. That's the best way that I can say it without getting the video flagged. We're going to be talking about that. We're going to have a lot of controversial takes in this video, okay? However, not all addictions are made equal. Some addictions will ruin your life. Others will make you a monster. And when I mean by a monster, I mean like it'll actually improve your life. We got controversial takes in this video, okay? That's what you come to this channel for. Not really. You just want to hear me talk about random stuff on the internet. This is your channel. I'm but the host of it. That does not mean you can spam race tier list in my comment section. However, I actually do think it's pretty funny. And I'll take the free engagement and it's pretty dope. I'm looking at you, Scorpion. With all that out of the way, if you want to help support this channel, I don't have any memberships, I don't have any merch yet. Maybe one day, you never know. Subscribing and watching the videos actually does more than you could ever know. If you want to share the video with somebody that you think will enjoy it, that also helps me out. But really, subscribing and hitting the bell icon does more than you know, okay? So we're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by my B-Day. That is going to be in July. And honestly, I think we're going to be able to do it. Actually, right now it shows that we're going to be able to do it on the 1-year anniversary of this channel, which would be dope. We have to do that in April, but I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm going to say July before the release of GTA 6 is when we're going to get to 100,000 subscribers, and that's only possible because of you guys, but I'm not going to waste your time any longer. Let's get into the addiction tier list. Gamers. Okay, yeah, we're gonna hit off here with the controversial bits. Let me tell you something, okay? I've gotten with outright arguments with family members over the morality of gaming. And you want me to be honest with you? I think when a boomer comes up to me talking about how, I think the video game's making your generation more violent. What the heck? You were lynching people. What the hell are you talking about? Okay? Y'all had the KKK back in your day, Grandma. Okay? You want to talk to me? You're making more violent. Okay, you had Jim Crow laws. Okay, real talk. Who do you think you're talking to? Really? Okay? Go back to buying a house for $10,000 and a sack of flour, okay? If I want to play Call of Duty, I'm going to play Call of Duty. Okay? Y'all would not survive the modern warfare lobbies, okay? Should I say this? Yeah, I was a pretty sheltered child. Not because I grew up rich or anything. No, I was homeschooled. A lot of you guys are going to say that makes a lot of sense in the comment section. Oh, yes, I get it. But I learned a lot of the cuss words. I learned the N-word from Modern Warfare 2, okay? Real talk, that's where I learned it from. I had no clue that was a bad word, so I would open up into the lobbies and say that. And then I got grounded and didn't play another video game until, I think, Black Ops 2. So that's my character-defining moment of how I found that out. Give me grace. I thought Word Girl was the only TV show on the internet. Yes, my family gaslit me that far, where they told me that SpongeBob got canceled, and that Word Girl is the only thing on TV. Wild times, by the way. But bring it back to gamers, okay? It comes at a point. Like, there's levels to this, okay? Let me tell you a few of my fatal addictions when it comes to gaming. Okay, I was out of training for a while. I do martial arts. That's where the ears come from, so if anybody's curious. I got unreasonably good at Fortnite. Okay, I'm not ashamed to admit it, and let me tell you where it came from. I was playing Fortnite with my smallest brother, my baby brother, okay? And we were playing this game, okay? And I died first. I am better than this little homunculi of a child. I say that with love, okay? And his ass goes on the microphone and says, "What happened? Oh, who did? Whoa, look at you. And when I tell you, okay, he awoken OG Ethan, okay? He awoken older brother Ethan, okay? He awoken a demon, okay? A monster that shows no mercy to his enemies in the lobbies of the modern warfare, okay? So do you know what I did? I went on a 12-hour straight run in Fortnite where I was absolutely bodying fools, getting all the way up to gold 1 in ranked no builds, okay? And then when we played again, I was an absolute monster, dropping 25 a game, while my little brother was like, please help me. Shut up, kid, come. Listen, okay? That's an entertainment in and of itself. I can't help the monster that takes over me, okay? We just replaced one of the doors over there. My bedroom's actually right over there. I think that's a little bit too much information. Yes, my bedroom's right over there. We had to replace the door because I literally put a hole through the door and I named it For Honor. You want to know why? Because that fucking Centurion there kept on no-diffing me. Okay? I become a monster if I die too many times in a video game. We all have problems, okay? There was another hole in the door, but it was where, like, my knee level was, and I named that Slave Knight Gale from Dark Souls 3, the Ring City DLC, because that motherfucker that annoyed me. I understand getting addicted to video games. I got stories out the wazoo, okay? And here's the thing. It's more prevalent in men because we use it as a release from the society that we are in. Okay, let's face it. There's a male loneliness epidemic, okay? And we can play the blame game all we want. The fact is it's a thing. Man's mental health is pretty much used as a fucking tissue paper to wipe your ass with and then throw it away, okay? I don't want to get too real here, but the fact is us boys, we gotta stick together when it comes to that, okay? And video games... People, outside lookers look into it and they're like, it's just an abuse-ridden hellhole. It's like, no. It's boys being boys, okay? Like, yeah, no, we get a little bit wild here and there, but at the end of the day, it's a community that we create with the boys, and that is our escape. Maybe ask yourself, why is that our escape, okay? Like, you say some bullshit like, men used to go to war, yet you're angry we go to Warzone and chill out with the boys and have a few, crazy words being said. Yeah, no. We need for the war, okay? War used to be fun back in the day, back when we would have to be like knights and signing armor. Now, ain't that fun anymore. It's pay to win, okay? Men used to go to war. Don't be mad when we're playing fucking League of Legends. Here's the thing, though. When it becomes an addiction, and that takes up your entire life, okay, it's pretty bad for you, okay? I will tell any young dude, okay, and I say young dude, I'm 22 years old, okay? Get a hobby. The moment I graduated high school, I immediately got into martial arts, one of the best decisions of my life that literally got me here. I'm going to put gaming. I think it's great for your mental health as a supplement, okay? You need something as a release. That's also been proven. This bullshit that it's made everybody more violent. Brother, you literally used to lynch people. I don't want to hear moral advice when that was your shit. Okay, I don't want to get lectured by some boomer on the internet. Okay, yeah, I'm hitting you with the boomer. Yeah. What are you doing? I'm gonna put gaming. It's meh. I'm gonna put it in meh because I think it's very much overblown as an issue, but there are cases where, like, Korean man dies in League of Legends lounge because he doesn't want to drink water. That's an issue, okay? Real talk. But how did he get there? That's my question. Caffeine! Listen, brother, let me tell you my regiment before I film a video. I'm over here popping at 300 milligrams of Black Rifle coffee straight into the dome. Okay? I do that, but I chug it down because I like the hit that it hits me. I like the buzz. And then after that, I do a Starbucks Frappuccino. That's around 45 milligrams of caffeine. So boom, I'm 345. And then after that, I pop a piece of Neuro Gum right there. And then I put on some headphones and I start listening to pump up music. Sometimes it's Mongolian throat singing. Other times it's Rihanna. It depends, okay? Sometimes I want to listen to Under My Umbrella, Ella, Ella, eh. Other times I want to hear the Dune Worm start saying like, come on, it depends, okay? I'm over here, like, people have an idea of what a caffeine addiction looks like. People's idea of a caffeine addiction. What a caffeine addiction actually looks like. Me with my headphones doing fucking domain expansion signs. Saying shit like, domain expansion, limitless void. I'm not even kidding you. So if you give me too much caffeine, I start actually going crazy. But I'm productive, okay? What I do is not difficult. I just do a lot of it, okay? I film a lot of these videos back to back to back, and then I start releasing them, okay? We go crazy with it, but guess what? You guys seem to like it. I am a caffeine-fueled fiend, okay? That is the only addiction that I have. I've learned I'm like 700 milligrams, okay? Let me tell you the story of how I almost died in a Walmart parking lot. Ethan lore. You see, I used to work at Walmart for 2 years. People that have been around my content creation journey know that was the case. I used to work 7 to 3s. I would wake up around 6 o'clock in the morning, leave my house at 6:30, go all the way there, 7 to 3, so that's a decent amount of time. But how I would fuel this is I couldn't afford, like, Starbucks. This was the broke Ethan arc. So what I would do is I would get a bunch of K-cups of, like, coffee that was on clearance, and then stack the K-cups in my, this is how bad it was. That was considered a flex that I could afford, like, a K-cup coffee machine, those little, like, packet things. And I would do 2 of them, put them inside of, like, the coffee, like, it kind of looks like a Stanley cup, but not really, of, like, a thermos thing. And then I would put creamer in it because I need something sweet. And then I would drink that throughout the day, sometimes before I even got to work because, again, I'm waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning and I'm working 7 to 3. However, there was one time where I don't even think I can say the name of the brand. I'm gonna call it Death Wish Coffee. Okay, they're not sponsored. I don't even think this is like defamation. I think I'm literally saying how well it worked. This is on me. The serving size of Death Wish Coffee is half a K-cup. Okay, I had 2 of them bitches. Okay, put it in. Have like the little thermos of it, and I chugged that thing before 9 o'clock of my shift. And when I tell you, if you were at Walmart early enough, I'm over here, okay? Short hair like this, wearing glasses with my Walmart vest, and I'm over here literally in the corner of my department with my hand on my heart saying, is this it? Like, I literally thought I was going to die for a second, okay? Like, I thought I was having an arrhythmia. I probably did, and I just never went to the doctor for it. But I literally thought that was it for me. There was nobody else working in my department. I was the only one there. I was the only one in my department until like 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So like I only got to work with people like for 1 hour of my day. And then I'm over here literally tweaking on caffeine. And I'm like, this is it for me, boss. Ugh. And then I start talking to myself. Like I literally had in like a full Joe Rogan podcast talking about the morality of OnlyFans with myself, okay? Like, I was having some crazy philosophical points that I'm going to bring up in the fapping addiction one, but I was going absolutely hog wild. However, caffeine addiction can also help you out in starting a YouTube channel. It makes you productive. I think coffee is the most well-marketed substance of all time, okay? The people who created coffee, okay, they invented algebra and geometry. Okay, if that does not make you productive, and I want you to think how much of a game breaker caffeine is, okay? Caffeine got invented, and we literally were able to beat the circadian rhythm. You could stay up all night and work. Caffeine is a broken substance. It always has been. And that is how I feel about it, okay? I think it's problem. Also, if you guys are curious what happened to me after that, I kind of just like went home early and then I researched how much I drank. It was actually, I think it was 1,100 milligrams of caffeine. To bear in mind, anything above 600 milligrams, you're actually getting close to like having a problem. Yeah, so I nearly got done in a Walmart parking lot. So yeah, that's I believe my second near-death experience that I brought up on the channel. Caffeine addiction, if you can get a handle on it and limit yourself, it's broken. It's a broken addiction, bro. Like, you could be an absolute fiend with it. Your productivity. Like, we broke history books with how effective caffeine was as a substance and a stimulant. So, yeah, broken. Adrenaline junkies. Okay. I've met a lot of these people, okay? A lot of them gravitate to martial arts because they see it as the next high, okay? And I think it ends with you literally just jumping off a building for that last little bit of thrill, okay? Let me tell you how it goes. I think adrenaline junkies are people that lived sheltered lives that got a little bit of a hit when they did something crazy in high school, and then they immediately made that their entire personality. And it was probably something dumb like, oh yeah, I did a nose beer, and then I jumped off my 2-story frat house into a pile of leaves. Yeah. And then after that, they went to, I'm gonna be a martial artist. I'm gonna go into a tournament. Do you have any idea how many adrenaline junkies you gotta beat into submission like every week when you're doing like something like jujitsu? Okay, I swear I get like 5 of them a month. Okay, it's crazy. Like, no, you're not fucking Superman. You're Kyle with a Monster Energy drink. Okay, real talk. That's you. That's you, dog. Okay. But sometimes they do get good because they like the high of winning. And let me just tell you, bro, nothing feels better than, okay, you're in a jiu-jitsu tournament and you beat another man into submission. Pause. That sounded very sus. How do I phrase that better? Make a man beg for mercy. Ooh, that's bad too. I don't know how I can make jiu-jitsu not sound fruity. But it's 2024, but there's actually not a problem with that. Where am I going with this? Adrenaline junkies, they'll do that, and then they'll do something like, I trained Muay Thai in Thailand, and I contracted malaria. Like, some wild shit like that. And then they'll do, like, I dated a stripper for 9 months, and now I'm getting married. And then they jump out of a perfectly fine airplane, and they're like, now I'm an instructor. Like, no, like, where does it end with you, dog? Like, I think, and the scary part about it is they get so addicted to the high of adrenaline that eventually gets into the point that a mundane life with kids actually bums them out because, okay, the neurotransmitter that you have that gives you dopamine from adrenaline is like a muscle that the more you work it, the harder it takes to get that next high. So, like, literally normal life is boring to you. So, like, do fun stuff, but don't forget the important things in life. That's really what I gotta say to you. If you want a hobby, do martial arts, dog. But don't go so crazy with it where you're jumping out of airplanes. Or running with the bulls. I'm sorry, if you run with the bulls, I hope you get hit. I can say it's good because it makes you an interesting person, but damn, it can get really bad. I'm gonna put it in good. Because most of the time, like, okay, unironically, the thing that saves people from becoming an adrenaline junkie is everybody is so broke now that, like, I can't afford to go skydiving, bro. I can't afford to go to Spain and run with the bulls. Like, dog, I got shit that I gotta do, okay? That's your thing, that's not my thing, okay? Oh, and most of them have really boring jobs. And I don't mean that to be mean, but, like, almost every single adrenaline junkie I know is an accountant. Literally almost every single one, or they're an insurance salesman. Okay, they have very boring lives, or they come from the military and they need to get that next high. That's another one. I'm gonna put it in good though. Fapping, okay, they're like, listen, man, I'm trying to find a good way to explain it. You know, okay? I think she made like $40 million this year, and here's the thing, girl, go get your bag, okay? That's how I look at it, okay? I look at OnlyFans models as adult film actresses, but they're contractors, okay? Fun fact about me, okay? When I once trained with an adult, a mattress actress one time, okay? But no, it wasn't anything crazy like that, she just came to the gym. I don't want to say the name because you guys are 100% going to be able to find her, but you want to see something funny, you get a bunch of college-age dudes and you bring in one of the most famous, like, top 100, okay? Mattress actresses, okay? Bring her in, everybody's acting like they just met Iron Man, okay? It got wild really quick. We were literally like little schoolboys, like, oh, you see who that is? Ah! Like, dude, for real, that's what it turned into. It was pretty funny, bro. It was like, it's pretty funny. But that got me thinking, okay? When I look at like an OnlyFans model, I think of them as like they're contractors of the business. You ain't better than anybody, okay? If you're gonna go full bore into it, go full bore into it. Don't go halvesy with us, okay? Don't go be going half-ass with us, okay? I'm paying $5 a month, okay? Chill. I mean, I'm not gonna do it, but I think it's a downright robbery to pay for it, okay? I think OnlyFans models are like the cryptos of the adult film industry. Okay, it's a scam, bro. It's a pyramid scheme. It's crazy. They're making all the money out of it. $40 million, go get your bag. Now, controversial take. I think OnlyFans models that do their shit on Instagram should be viewed the same way that we look at the pervy priest. I think that when you are selling a product, okay, not selling it, advertising a product on a platform where there are children on it, okay? The majority of them are children, by the way, under the age of 18, and you're using that to sell to them, okay? I think that's grooming. I think you're a groomer. That's my biggest flack with you. I low-key just think you're a groomer. Honestly. Really, real talk? Yes. Okay, and before you say, oh, well, I have no control over it, you're doing it on Instagram and TikTok, okay? Like, real talk, don't be playing this feigning ignorance with me. You know how this game works. You know how the content creation game works. You know where children are. You know, you're a groomer, okay? That's what you are. You're weird, okay? You are like one sidestep away of going on a list. Real talk, that is my biggest gripe with you, okay? That's how I look at it. Like, that's my controversial based take of the entire video. I think OnlyFans models that do their shit on Instagram should be viewed the same way that we look at groomers in, like, your old PE class where the teacher was a little bit too handsy. Okay, that's how I view them. Other than that, get your bag. Don't call yourself an entrepreneur, though. That's a little bit weird. You're a contractor at best. That's how I look at it. As an addiction, oh my gosh, bro. How many lives do you think have been ruined? Like, real talk, like, people talk about, like, what's gonna be the next, like, cigarettes, like, you know how, like, cigarette companies were like, it's actually not bad for you at all, and actually could make you more healthy, okay? And they still sometimes say that, but, like, no, it's not the cigarette, it's actually the nicotine, and the nicotine has some studies that it does do well for you, but, like, do a Zyn, dog, don't smoke a pack, okay? I think this is going to be our version. I think we are going to see, like, a crazy amount of, like, men that are just mentally effed up for the rest of their life because of this entire industry. Real talk, I think we are in for an absolute clusterfuck of a problem within, like, the next 10 years, bro. I don't want to get too real with it, but I'm like, oh my god, bro. Like, oh my gosh, it's gonna be so bad. It's life ruining. It is life ruining. Like, nobody's gonna argue with me. It is one of the worst things that you could do. Okay? Because you literally cannot escape it now. It's pretty bad. It's pretty bad, bro. Get pure, find a hobby, find a girl, get a ranch in the middle of the woods if possible. If you can't, just become a suburban dad. Pretty lit life. Pretty lit life. Workaholics. Now, this is where, if you want to know where I stand on this, I'm like a cross between a caffeine addict, a slight adrenaline junkie, but I don't like driving places. No joke. Like, I have a huge fear of driving places that I don't know. And people say, like, oh, that's normal. Like, no. It's, like, crippling. Like, I have a really hard time driving areas that I've never been to. Like, there's a joke in my family that I would rather fight somebody than drive to go to them. Real talk, yeah, no, I'll fight 10 dudes before I try to drive to them. That I don't have a problem with that, okay? Los manos, that's how I look at it. Caffeine-holic, oh, easily, bro. I'm pumping down grams, easily. And workaholic, oh yeah, because I love what I do. Like, I love doing this, okay? This is a dream come true, bro. Honestly, like, I don't even want to call myself a workaholic. I love doing this. I think people that are workaholics, like, they are obsessed with the idea of progress and perfection in their whatever field that they're in. I don't think that this is inherently a problem unless you have loved ones in your life. Like, let me just be real with you, okay? I think your early 20s, actually, I don't want to say that. I don't want to give out that type of life advice. For me, my early 20s is going to be grinding, okay? People talking about, like, oh, what's the end goal with this one? What do you mean? Absolute best case scenario, I do very well on this. Let's just say something crazy, okay? We get 5 million subscribers. I'm doing this until the wheels fall off, like retirement, probably 35 years old, become an unk of the internet and probably just disappear. But maybe I take like the Joe Rogan approach where like there's no YouTube channel, but I just do podcast episodes and I just have accrued all this knowledge up till then. That's the grind phase, okay? Worry about getting married later on, okay? And people say like, oh, why that? It's like, brother, like I know how I am. When I'm into something, I obsess over it. I get good at it, okay? If it's martial arts, I get really fucking good at martial arts, okay? I think I have like a 95% finish rate over like, what is it, like 46 matches? It's something crazy. It's been a while since I've done a tournament. But like 46 matches, I think it's like 93% I got good. Like I'm psyched to get back into it because there's more time opening up for me. I'm a workaholic. I get obsessed with things. That's just how it is. Like my brain is like a bunch of fucking squirrels going at different things. Like this side of my brain is trying to figure out how to do a Call of Duty lore video. This side of my brain is trying to get good at jiu-jitsu and Fortnite. And then this side of my brain is talking to you guys. Like I got so many things that I gotta have to reel them in to do shit. Otherwise, I'm just fucking useless. And I think workaholic, that's my way of coping with it. I'm gonna put it in broken as long as you don't have loved ones that you have to upkeep. Okay, that's how I'm gonna look at it. Foodies. Okay, if you just eat like absolute, like this gross amount of food, like here's the thing, it's a coping mechanism for a lot of people. Okay, a lot of people like look at food as a way of like, this is my comfort away from there. It's a trauma response. Okay, like, and I've definitely opened my eyes to that as I've gotten older because I've seen more of it. Like I used to think, oh, you're just a fatty. Now I look at it like, what caused you to be like this? Like I'm now more intrigued by what got you here. I don't want to shame you into it, but I like want to ask you, like if you're my friend and you're like extremely overweight, and I don't mean by overweight, like I'm technically overweight. I mean like chronically obese. And then you continue to eat. I'm like, what happened? Like real talk, what happened? Like what happened, dog? And then like that's how I'm intrigued by it. It is bad for you. Like nobody's gonna say it's not bad for you. We just debate how bad it is for you. Is it life? I mean, it depends. If you literally eat yourself to death, then yeah, it's life ruining because it's killing you. I'm gonna put it in bad because it's bad or life ruining, but I'm gonna start with bad because you can. I know a lot of people that were super obese that got fucking jacked because they had like this switch in their head that went from being like, I'm going to turn the pain that I use into coping with food into becoming a monster. Like those people have demons. It's just about making those demons work for you. That's how I look at it with people that are overweight. Maybe I just help some people. I don't know. Drinkers. This one's just sad, dude. This one's so sad. Like, here's the thing, dude. I say caffeine is one of the most well-marketed, substances of all time, because if you're a caffeine addict, people just think you're productive. If you are a drinker, oh my gosh, you're just viewed as a fucking loser. A loser that lacks discipline, that has nothing going on in their life. You're probably going to be abusive dad or boyfriend or husband or whatever. Like, you are viewed as such a low of the low, but it is such a, like, a heinous addiction to have. Brother, everybody knows somebody. Everybody does. It's a problem for a lot of people. When I look at those people, like, there's so many other people that I would hang out with other than that because there's so much baggage that you're taking on with it. Like, here's the thing, brother. I'm not somebody that's not going to do anything. But, like, I'm over here, like, I don't like, it has to taste good. Like, I'm a pina colada or a Olive Garden sangria type of guy. That's me. It needs to taste good. If it doesn't taste good, I ain't doing it. I can't taste something, like, I'd rather do lemonade. I love lemonade. That's how I view it. It's life ruining. It's such an insidious, like, it's crazy. Life ruined. Nobody's gonna argue with me. Excessive fitness people. Okay, people that just have an addiction to working out of all times. Here's the thing. There's a level where it goes from like, oh, you just like working out to, oh my gosh, this is your life now. And it can be so heinous to the point that they're not addicted to the act. They're addicted to the feeling of superiority that they get from doing it. That's where it gets really heinous because a lot of those people end up becoming super arrogant fucking asshole people. Like, let me just tell you something, bro. I rarely will say this. If I'm competing against somebody and I find out that they were a gym bro, oh my gosh, I will beat you into submission, dude. I will take joy in breaking you down to the point that you don't want to go on. You want to know why? Because some of them are the most annoying people. Let me just tell you something, bro. If you're thinking about training martial arts, do you know what you don't want to wear? Fucking basketball shorts and a Gym Sark t-shirt. If you come in with that, oh my gosh, you're lunch meat. Why? Because we already know that we're coming after you. Okay? So you want to wear that fucking Sark logo shit? Oh no, yeah, you're Sark meat. Okay, they're annoying people, but they can also be really cool. Okay, and when I have to preface this, if you just like working out 3 times a week, four times a week, that's normal. When I'm talking I can't have a conversation with you without you saying some shit like, gotta get my grams in. Gotta get my grams in. Are you paying? Are you paying for the Chick-fil-A? Like, chill! Okay? Chill. Stop. Okay? You're weirding me out now. Okay? They're like, you sound like an addict. Replace grams of protein with literally any other substance. You are an addict. Okay? But you disguise it under the guise of, you're just mad I'm healthier than you. I'm not mad! You're weirding me out, dog! Like, I can't even have a conversation with a friend. I'm having a conversation with a fucking muscled up pit bull that wants to find like 15 chicken breasts that he needs for his protein. Like, relax a little bit. Don't forget to act like a human. Damn. It's meh. Like, after all that, it's pretty meh to me. I can put it in good. Actually, I'll put it in good. If you can have a slight handle on it, then yeah, you'll be good. Collectors. I have met a lot of collectors in my day, whether it be Pokemon cards, Magic the Gathering, force multipliers, that's a big one. One car dude I met, let me just say it right now, okay? If there are certain things that are getting collected that I'm like, brother, you're too rich for me. If it's cars, I don't get it. If it's force multipliers, I think, America, home of the brave. That's a lot. That's that is expensive. I don't think you guys realize how expensive that hobby is. Pokemon cards, here's the thing. I think a lot of collecting comes from a place of negligence, like from parents to you. Yes, I think people that collect Legos... Oh, I'm about to burp. No, I'm not. I think people who collect Legos as adults collect Legos because they grew up poor and they want to have more Legos. I think they view it as like a sense... Or they came from an abusive household and this is their way of coping. Like, real talk, a lot of people that collect things... like, to an absolutely crippling financial degree, I think it comes from a place of, like, this is your coping mechanism with a trauma that you haven't fully resolved. Like, I'm sorry I'm getting deep with you, but, like, that's how I look at it. Now, Magic the Gathering, like, trading cards, that can, at this point, that's a legitimate investment, okay? If I had an unreal amount of money, okay, and I had to spend it on something, and I've already, like, donated a lot of it, yeah, it would probably be, like, collecting shit that, like, Pokemon cards, and then just sell them off, honestly, because that's looking like a better and better investment with each day. I'm pretty indifferent to collecting. Here's the thing. It's like, it makes you more interesting of a human. No lie, it does. You are more interesting of a person if you collect things. You just are. But don't become a hoarder with it. Just watch yourself before you go too far with it. Plastic surgery. I just wanted to talk about this because okay. If you got involved in an incident and you got plastic surgery to help yourself, that's not even in the same argument as what this is. If you are getting plastic surgery because you want to become somebody else, go to a fucking therapist. I'm going to say this right now. I understand it's a crazy multi-billion-dollar industry, but like, ladies, because the vast majority of people that are getting it are young women, okay? And old. It's not a lot of middle-aged women. It's either young women or old women, if that should say something, okay? And you need to visit a therapist, as mandatory, so we can fix the issue before we get you a surgery. Because I feel like if somebody already has a negative view on what they look like and like their sense of self-worth is so tied to how they look as a person, I think you just need to go to a therapist. I think you have problems. It's an abuse of power from me if I'm just going to, oh, you don't like your nose? Let me just slice that up for you. Oh, you don't like your wrinkles? Oh, here's some Botox. Oh, you don't like this about you? Oh, you don't like this about you? Let's fix that. And I'm just mutilating you into beauty. Okay? Beauty. Because I'm sorry. And by the end of it, if you just look like a fucking lizard, then yes, I am going to judge you by how you look. So, it's a brutal cycle. I think it gets so bad. It really does, dude. And then, like, I'm not saying it's all bad. And sometimes it is. Like, if it's beneficial to your life to a measurable degree, then yeah. We're talking about this. This is a problem. I'm going to put it in... It's downright life-ruining at times. But it's not to the same level as, like, this. I actually think people who eat a lot and people who get a lot of plastic surgery are probably in the same boat, but they have just different ways of coping. Vapers, or a vapist. I don't know. I like saying vapist. That's pretty funny. Dude, I grew up in the time where, like, in my high school, it was a public school, by the way, and the reason that I say that is this shit would not fly at a private, is they had a SNITS program where I believe it was something where, like, if you ratted out enough people that were hitting the vape inside of the bathroom, and a lot of times it was just the boys' bathroom, that you would be getting a gift off being a snitz, okay? Like, that's how bad it got. And I'm going to be real with you, I never really got the hype. Maybe it's because I grew up in a sheltered household. I never got the hype. To me, it's one of the most overrated things to ever do, and you just get addicted to it. But, like, I hit one time, and it was one of, like, I think it was burnt. Like, it was just bad. Like, it was just bad. Like, I was, like, 15. It was terrible. Like, I just never got back to it because it was just, like, not my thing. Not my thing. Brother, like, here's the thing. If you, in the year of 2024, unless you already have an addiction, if you are unironically whipping a vape out and hitting it in front of me, I just assume you're a loser. Like, really? If you have an addiction and this is your way of coping with it, or you're doing this because you're addicted to something else, then that's a different thing. If you come to me and you're like, oh yeah, I'm going to start vaping, I'm just going to call you loser. I just assume you're a loser. I mean, like, after all of this, now you want to start it? Like, this is like, nobody starts with cigarettes, okay? Nobody starts with that. You go from one to the other. Like, it's like the adrenaline junkie, but when it comes to substances, it's a way of coping, and there's like an underlying thing. If you, in the year of 2024, are vaping because you think it looks cool, you're a loser. Like, real talk, you are a loser. Dog, no, it's not. It's fucking weird. Stop, bro. It's weird. Is it like, yeah, I would actually argue at this point it is life-ruining. Like, oh, come on, we know. It's bad. And finally, stoners. I think stoners are low-key some of the coolest people I've ever met. Okay, let me tell you something. In the martial arts community, oh my gosh, every other person is on something. Okay, and I don't mean like steroids. That's the competition part. I'm talking like they're either doing Adderall, speed, some type of amphetamine like caffeine, not amphetamine, stimulant like caffeine, or they're stoners. Brother, there is a literal tournament that has reached out to me called High Rollers, okay? And what it is that before you go into your mats, you have to hit either a hit from a blunt or you have to do a bong hit and then you compete. But every single mats you do a bong hit, so by the finale, you're just lit. I've thought about it. I think that'd be pretty funny to put on the channel, but maybe I'll hold off for a second. I'm gonna hold off on a second because that could go pretty bad. They're chill people, but then they get a little weird when they don't get their fix. Like, here's the problem. You become a slave to the very substance that you elected to use as a free man, okay? Substances, if you become addicted to it, becomes a safe haven of stress. Like, you don't feel as much stress. You don't feel as much, like, weight of the world. It is a good aid in helping you get out of that. You're literally building a prison, with the very substances that you use to be free. Okay, that sounds poetic, but I don't even know where I got that quote from. But, like, there's a lot of people that I also know that, like, now they just have to use it. I once knew a dude, he had an edible before he started class, and this motherfucker was lit, okay? And then we had, like, a special instructor come in, and he was like, it was pretty funny. like, it's one of those where I'm just low-key just hand in my palm just looking at this dude like fucking lose it as the class is going on. I think, it's tough. Like, here's the thing. It's not quite in life-ruining. I'm going to put it at the middle of bad because it could get really bad. Like, you need to have a short leash on yourself because it goes so bad so quickly that honestly, yeah, we need to monitor that. Okay? And there you go. That is the addictions tier list. A very different type of video. I was kind of doing the cha-cha slide through the algorithm on this one. Let's see if that helps me if anything gets flagged. But, yeah, you guys like hearing me rant about weird subject matters. I've already planned out all the videos for the week. We got a lot coming up. We got Fictional Aura Part 2. We got Natural Disasters. And then the week after that, we got some stuff planned. If you have a suggestion for a video, I still do got a lot of openings. We do a fan suggestion once a week at bare minimum. Subscribe, go to the community tab to see what we're going at. I do a lot of votes because I do have a lot of video ideas that need to be voted on. Also, this is a great plug. Please consider like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by my birthday in July before the release of GTA 6, and I think we're going to be able to do it because of you guys, but it's only possible because of you guys, and I'm blessed to make it this far. Okay, I don't have any memberships. I don't have any merch to sell you yet. There's not enough of demand to do it. I'm not above doing it. I think that'd be pretty funny. But really, just watching, liking, and subscribing does more than you know. I'm doing well because of this, and I honestly am forever in your debt. I might have to bite my tongue every single time I say this because some of you guys are catching on, but this is your channel. I'm just the host of it, okay? And thank you guys for putting me in this position because I wouldn't have been able to do this without you guys. And with all that out of the way, thank you for watching the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Adios, guys.